Bugs crashing your pack's party? Whether they've got paws or sneakers, your pack deserves a home that's protected from pests. That's where Wondercide comes in. Plant-powered protection made with steam-distilled natural essential oils that actually work. It kills and repels fleas, ticks, mosquitoes, and ants without questionable ingredients or overpowering smells. Safe to use around kids and pets when used as directed. Lab-proven to work fast. And proudly made in the USA. We offer sprays for pets, people, homes, and yards. Plus, spot-on treatments, collars, and even shampoos. Whatever your pack needs, we've got it covered. Founded by a pet parent looking for a better way to protect her dog Luna, Wondercide's now protected over 21 million lives and counting. You might have even seen us on Shark Tank. Go to Wondercide.com and use code WONDER20 for 20% off your first order. That's WONDER20 at Wondercide.com. Wondercide. Protect your pack with plant-powered Wondercide today.
It's KFI AM 640, and you're listening to The Conway Show on demand on the iHeartRadio app. KFI AM 640. It's Conway, and Thompson is here every Tuesday. That's cool of you to slide in here.
I love it. It's my favorite day of the week.
Is that right?
It is.
Ah, yes. Bellio, you've got some good news for us on iHeart listening for podcasts. Is that correct?
It's iHeart's Top 100 podcast.
Oh.
And Tim Conway Jr. Conway Show is at number 43.
That is super
which
impressive,
is the
man.
best number you've ever had.
43 in the whole company? There's thousands of podcasts.
That's right. But you're number 43.
We have never been 43.
You were 59.
59 is the closest we got to one.
That's very impressive.
Oh, that's great. That's all Bellio. Man, Bellio knocks it out. You are the best at social media.
Well, this is about the show, and so it is the Tim Conway Jr. show.
Yeah, that's true. Right. Yeah, without me, there'd be nothing there. And right, that's totally true. I get that.
I don't know about that, but
probably.
I don't know. How about all of us?
Okay, all of us. But Bellio, that's remarkable. What do you attribute that to?
Just, just keeping it real. I don't know. Just, you're good. People love you.
No, I think it's a couple of things. I think it's you putting it up on YouTube. That we got a lot of action on that. And you are constantly working on social media 24 hours a day.
That is true. You are out there, Sharon. You're pumping it.
Yeah, you always pump it.
It's good marketing.
It's sensational. So thank you for doing that, Bellio.
You're welcome.
Thank you. All right, there's a brand new update. iOS 26 is already here. And, usually when these updates happen, you don't really notice anything new on your phone. But this one is special. This one is huge. And if you have Apple, you are going to be thrilled with this new update.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, I'm thrill me. Please show me.
Okay, here we go. Everybody ready? Everybody ready? Sammy, you have an Apple phone?
No.
No. Okay, well, you can go get a cigarette. Crozier, you got an Apple, right?
Indeed.
Yes. Oh, Crozier, you're going to love this, man. These are all directed right towards you. Right to you, buddy.
Bring it!
Let's go.
iOS 26, one of Apple's biggest design changes yet.
Interesting.
You don't have to upgrade right away. Apple will keep security updates coming to iOS 18 for a while.
Interesting.
But if you do update, here are some new features to try.
Okay, here are the new features. And by the way, some of these new features are awesome. Unbelievable features. Here we go. We'll go through them slowly.
In Messages, you can now create a poll. Tap the plus sign next to the Messages box, select polls, and type in your options. Set a custom background by tapping the person's name or group, then tap Backgrounds. Just know they'll see it too if they've updated their software.
Okay, those aren't two of them, but let's move on.
Yeah, exactly.
Call screening lets you...
Okay, this one's good. Call screening.
Call screening. Okay.
Call screening. This one's a big one.
Sure.
So here, listen to this.
Call screening lets you filter unknown callers. Go to Settings, Apps, then Phone, and select Ask Reason for Calling. Before your phone even rings, callers will have to say who they are and why they're calling.
How great is that?
Yes.
You're going to have to say who you are and why you're calling before my phone even rings.
Mr. Conway's not available right now.
Interesting.
Yeah, it is interesting.
You'll see this info on your lock screen.
That's a great one. That's all right. That's number one so far. on this update.
Hold Assist listens to hold music for you and alerts you when someone picks up.
That's great,
the
too.
Best so far.
Yes. You don't have to listen to hold music. They will.
I literally maybe in the last week, if you add up all the hold and music, it might literally be 35 minutes.
Really?
Yeah. It's offensive. And when the person comes on, you can't be, I go, well, I was just on hold for 7 minutes, and
I know you can't.
I call back, and they go, "Can we? I need to put you on a brief hold." I go, "I was just on hold for 7 minutes." It's like.
I called my daughter's insurance company over the weekend, and they said you can hold, or we can call you back, and they said right now there are 232 people in front of you.
You mean call me back, what, at Christmas time?
It was 38 minutes, though, and they called me back. That was pretty quick.
Yeah, whatever, exactly.
232 people in front of you?
But that's the best option. If you'll call me back, great. That's cool.
Or maybe get more operators.
Oh, there's that, too.
It's possible, too. All right, we continue here with the iOS 26 update.
In Clock, you're no longer limited to a 9-minute snooze.
Did you hear that? You no longer have to have. And by the way, who came up with that? Why do we all have 9-minute snoozes?
I didn't realize it was 9 minutes.
It's all in almost everywhere. It's a 9-minute snooze.
I got 5.
You got 5? Oh, I got 9 on everything. Well, mine's an old Radio Shack clock. Everything's
mine's
9. Yours is 9? Yeah, mine's 9 for everything. 9 minutes. But why isn't it 10? I mean, I don't understand that. Why are we doing 9?
By the way, that's an automatic thing, right? When you set the alarm, you're building in, I'm going to snooze it once, right?
Yeah.
If you have to be up at 6, you'll go 5:50 because I know I'm going to hit the snooze once, and then I'll be up at 6.
Right. I think you can. I believe you can hit the snooze for an hour. Right. I think it'll give you
like.
Yeah, I think it'll give you like.
I feel
6.
like I've hit mine more than that.
I think it'll give you 6 or 7 snoozes. Then it says the last one. It goes F it. And you're out.
But when you're planning it, is my point.
9 minutes.
You're building in that 9 minutes that you're going to snooze. Is my point.
100%.
That you understand that. So exactly.
Everybody snoozes.
Everybody knows that they're going to snooze once. Yeah.
In Clock, you're no longer limited to a 9-minute snooze. Now you can choose anywhere from 1 to 15 minutes for some extra Z's.
How about that? A 15-minute snooze.
That's strong.
You can snooze as many times as you want.
Oh, let's see. My clock at home, it's 1 hour. But on iOS, it's
on the phone. On the phones, yeah.
You can just keep snoozing all day. All right, screw it. Screw the meeting.
You can also turn pictures into 3D photos. Just tap this new spatial icon in the upper right-hand corner and move your phone around. It also works on old pictures, too.
I totally get it.
Speaking of photos, there's a simple way to...
Did you understand that?
It goes 3D. You can have your photo can now be 3D.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Let's listen to that again.
Now you can choose anywhere from 1 to...
Okay, let's go here. Photo, 3Ds.
You can also turn pictures into 3D photos. Just tap this new spatial icon in the upper right-hand corner and move your phone around. It also works on old pictures, too.
I totally get it.
Speaking of photos, there's a simple way to check for duplicates.
Oh, that's what I need. I got to get the duplicates off my phone. I have 1 million photos, and I got probably 500,000 duplicates.
Sure.
Speaking of photos, there's a simple way to check for duplicates. Go to Photos, tap Collections, and under Utilities, tap Duplicates.
Oh, did you hear that? Listen to this again. This is how you get. Okay, all right. Here we go.
Speaking of photos, there's a simple way to check for duplicates.
Here we go.
Go to Photos.
Go to Photos. You got there? You there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Go to Photos, tap Collections.
Tap Collections. If you've downloaded this new, update.
Oh, yeah. I need
and under Utilities, tap Duplicates.
I totally get it.
Never gonna give you up. Never gonna let you down. You can now create a ringtone from any supported audio file. Open the file in the Files app, hit Share, and tap Use as Ringtone.
I totally get it.
There's also a new app called Preview. Use it to scan documents or edit PDFs.
All right, those are the big ones. The snooze, 3D photos, and somebody has to say who they are and why they're calling even before your phone rings.
I love that.
Is sensational.
It's very strong. So this is the new update now?
Yes, the iOS 26 update.
Okay.
Yeah, so go grab that. All right, we're live. It's Conway and Thompson. KFI AM 640. It's Conway Show. Mark Thompson is here in the house.
Come on, kid.
I got to thank somebody here. My daughter got into a car accident about a month ago, almost exactly a month ago. And man, I didn't realize how many people you got to call when your daughter gets into an accident. You got to arrange for her car to get fixed, the other car to get fixed. You got to call your insurance company, the other person's insurance company. I'm texting the woman who was very nice about everything. She just said, your daughter's young and, people drive and they get in accidents when they're young. And then I switched my daughter off my insurance just in case anything happened. And God forbid, knock on wood. There's some wood. I didn't want her on my insurance. I wanted her on her own. And if, she wiped out a bus full of people, they wouldn't come after her. My wife and I, they'd settle with my daughter and I'd help her out. And I got so frustrated dealing with this that it was driving me crazy. And I could feel my blood boiling because I constantly had to make calls and then nobody was there. And then I get a different person that didn't know anything about the case and I have to explain everything over and over again. I couldn't get the video from the mall where it happened unless a police officer got involved. So I went to the police department and the police said they don't get involved unless there's an injury. And I was running into one brick wall after another. So a guy who listens to the show, a guy named Tim Moran, who owns Moran Ford, Chevy, and Hyundai dealer out in Hemet, he sent me a DM on our social media. Bellio gave it to me. I called the guy. And he goes, I can hear it in your voice that you're at your wit's end. He said, I've been dealing with insurance companies my whole life. I'll take care of everything. And I'm like, what? And we've never met before. And I said, but I got a problem here because I got her new insurance with the new company and it didn't include comp and collision for her car. And there was, anywhere between $8,000 to $10,000 worth of damage.
Sure.
That I was going to have to, pay for and come out of pocket. And he said, no. These insurance companies are looking, to minimize their loss. He said, I know these insurance companies. I got the right guys. Let me take care of it. And man, after dealing with Tim Moran and those guys down there, I wanted to move to Hemet. That's where he is.
Wow.
And I'll tell you why. Crozier, you're lucky. You live out near the Inland Empire or across the street from where the Inland Empire starts. And I think that the Inland Empire is what the San Fernando Valley used to be in the 1970s. People take care of each other. People are kind to each other. The houses out there are big. The property's big. And everybody's living a different life in the Inland Empire than they were in LA. And man, I found it in everybody that I dealt with out there. All of the three dealerships and Tim's guy out there in the collision department, everybody you feel like they're a family member. When you go to the Inland Empire and you deal with a business, you instantly feel like it's your uncle who owns the business or brother or dad. And Crozier, I am so jealous that you live out there that I could strangle you.
It's funny that you bring it up because, like having basically 3 kids now and all of them have had accidents of some kind, multiple.
Yeah.
I just like you. And because of where I'm at, I'm fortunate. I found a guy, Route 66 auto repair. He's who I go to now, and it's just like you say. He treats you right. He does a great job, and when you're fortunate to find someone, you stick with him. And there's definitely seems to be a higher percentage of guys that you can be trustful of out there where I'm at.
And I was running into so much frustration and a brick wall, and I was at my wit's end because as the father, like you, Crozier, in the house, it's your job to take care of it.
Yeah.
When you go on vacation and the plane's delayed and you're, overnight in a hotel and the next plane's not going to leave till the next day, it's your job to get a hotel room, to get a rent-a-car, to get the luggage, and make sure everybody's fed. It's your job. And when you don't feel like you're doing it well enough, you get angry and nervous and you can have a breakdown. And I was at that point, and man, this guy, Tim Moran, came in and saved my life.
Well, it's wild that he heard it in your voice.
Yeah,
too.
Yeah, he did, and I'll always be indebted to this guy. And so I'm going to try to work out something where I gotta move out there. I'm moving to Hemet.
Oh wow!
Yeah, I'm buying a house in Hemet or a condo or apartment or mobile home or whatever.
Yeah.
And I just got to be around people like that.
Sure, but you're not going to be working here anymore.
I'll be working at Hemet Ford.
Yeah, at Hemet Ford. Yeah,
Yeah, Tim Moran Ford.
Sure, that makes sense. Because I know you're not coming into. I know you're not making that drive every day.
I'm making the drive every day.
Are you? Yeah. Okay, I'm betting against.
I got a real estate agent. Tim turned me on to, and I'm looking at houses in Hemet.
I think you're legitimately torn, but I think in the end, that's just too long a drive for you, even in that beautiful Ford.
If I do move to Hemet, would you come see the house?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Well, you better get some gas or some electricity in your car.
All right.
I'm moving. But man, that is the best man I think I've met in a long, long time. All right, we're live on KFI AM 640. It's Conway and Thompson.
You're listening to Tim Conway Jr. on demand from KFI AM 640.
KFI AM 640 Conway Show. Mark Thompson is here.
Come on, Tim.
And we have Fat Bear Week. What is Fat Bear Week?
It's kind of wild. You vote for your favorite fat bear?
I guess.
I thought I saw something about that.
Let's find out what's going on. Fat Bear Week. I guess this is a new thing.
It's the Battle of the Bears. These hairy behemoths flocking to Brooks Falls in Alaska's Katmai National Park to fatten up for the winter. But as they chow down on salmon, lots of it, millions of viewers around the world are tuning in via live stream to place their heavyweight picks for the annual Fat Bear Week.
What makes this year so special?
This year, we had more salmon than ever.
All that salmon means bigger bears. The animals packing on so much mass, they had to hold the competition early this year. Competition itself is no lightweight.
So they're betting on the weight of these bears? Is that what's going on?
I'm unclear on it.
Last year, more than 1 million votes were tallied from 100 countries. Naomi Boak says this year, all eyes are on the reigning champ. Meet bear number 128, Grazer, the mama bear to remember.
Wow.
Grazer's fat this year, so she's competitive.
Grazer.
I think you can only say this about bears. I don't think this extends into a common courtesy if you would do it in public.
Grazer's fat this year, so she's competitive.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can't plug a woman's name into this and
No, it's
get
sort
away
of
with that.
inappropriate.
Yeah.
Grazer's fat this year, so she's competitive.
Grazer looking for her third crown. Here she is last year weighing an estimated 800 pounds.
Wow. 800-pound bear going after you.
Her chief rival, number 32, Chunk, who in a shocking twist worthy of Game of Thrones, fatally attacked Grazer's cub last year. But just last night, justice for Grazer, whose cub 128 Jr. was crowned the queen of the first ever Fat Bear Jr. competition.
I don't quite get what's going on here.
They're taking, I guess, polls on what bear is going to eat the most salmon and fatten up.
So this year, will Grazer keep her glory? Will Chunk bite?
God, this country will bet on anything that moves.
I guess.
Everything that moves.
Will Chunk bite back? Or could a new name tip the scales?
All right. The high-speed rail is not going in the right direction. It was originally $33 billion, and now it's, I think, $128 billion. So this sort of got out of hand. Let's find out if we're ever going to finish the high-speed rail here in California.
Funding for a portion of California's high-speed rail was initially approved by voters back in 2008. The project now significantly delayed, as we know, and significantly more expensive.
Yes.
That initial price tag was $33 billion, but according to its own estimates, it now could cost up to $128 billion to get it
Okay,
finished.
how does that happen? Where something's $33 billion and now it's $128. It's not even anywhere near being completed, and they're not even working on most of it.
It's just this is such an abysmal failure.
It's the worst.
It's just awful.
I think everyone agrees on that, except if you're working on the rail.
Well, exactly.
Yeah, that's the only guys that are thrilled are guys working on it.
Finished. $87 billion of that would link Palmdale to Gilroy, south of San Jose. But as it stands, that portion would not be ready until 2038. The only
I mean, it's just. I both want to know about it, and at the same time, it's just so repulsive what happened with it.
Right, but with all that money, you could give every homeless person in California $500,000.
Yeah, that's not. I mean, wouldn't be the plan for the money, but still, your point is well taken. I mean, you could have done so much more with that money. You wouldn't be in the hole you're in. It's just horrible. It's been an absolute wall-to-wall abysmal failure.
Before we take a break, let me do the math here. So it's 120 billion, right? 120 billion dollars. 128. Okay, 128 billion dollars. And then what is the homeless population in California? I know in Los Angeles it's high. It's, what is it? 60,000 people or so. So I'm going to do the math during the break and come back and tell you how much money every single homeless person in California could have gotten if we just gave them the money instead of putting it into this high-speed light or high-speed rail. It's not going to even be done or close to being done until 2038.
Well, and that's just the revised estimate. I mean, they've been revising estimates and they've been bleeding out money for years.
It could be 300 million.
Exactly.
Or billion.
And it could be 2078. I mean, it's just it's an embarrassment.
How did this get away from us for this long? And nobody they say the majority of the people who live in California still want it. I don't know anybody that still wants it.
Yeah, I mean, not at this price,
right.
not with, it's a great idea on paper that there's a high-speed rail from here to San Francisco, but the idea somehow that it would be involved to this extent with this
crazy.
With the debt, with the time, it's outrageous. And it's also, as you know, the reasons it's corrupt.
Yeah, it's just crazy.
It's corrupt.
All right, we're live on KFI. It's Conway and Thompson. KFI AM at 640. It's Conway Show. Mark Thompson is here. And I did the math over the very short commercial break that we were in. Do you know that 24% of the nation's homeless live in California?
If I were homeless, I'd definitely live in California. The weather is great.
Yeah.
What's not to like?
24%. We have 1 out of every 4 homeless people in America lives right here in California. So that's cool, right? People like that. If you took there's 187,000 homeless people in California.
This is in relation to the amount of money we've spent on the bullet train so far.
Yeah, right.
So that's where this started.
Right. So there's 187,000 homeless people in California, which is just criminal that we have that many people that are wandering around every night not knowing where they're sleeping. It's unbelievable. So there's 187,000 homeless people in California. The high-speed rail, so far, there's estimates out there, it's going to cost $128 billion. If you take $128 billion and you divide it by 187,000 homeless people, instead of building the high-speed rail, we could have given every homeless person in California $690,000.
That's just insanity.
I'd rather do that.
Of course.
I
Well,
think it would attract more homeless, though.
In California, yeah, you think if you're going to get $600K if you come out. The real thing is that, we've got a $60 billion deficit. You could, what is that, 4 times the deficit or whatever it was? I don't know. Whatever the number was, it was, you could, you wouldn't have a deficit. Wipe it away.
But, we shouldn't have a deficit. There was $30 billion that was stolen from the unemployment department during COVID.
Right.
And then there's another $25 billion that they don't know where it is when it comes to homelessness. And I think that's $55 billion right there.
People talk about, and I think they're right to talk about, the homeless industrial complex.
Yeah.
And it's a scam. I mean, it really, and I feel the same way about high-speed rail. I think there's a scam there, and it's outrageous and it's embarrassing.
It really is amazing that we keep letting it go that as far as it has. Where the public doesn't step in and demand that they either, lower the price or get going or shut it down. But I don't know how you shut it down now.
That's the problem. We're a little bit pregnant. You just can't, back out of it. It's really
and all these overpasses with all the rail it's already there. If you drive through the Central Valley, there are a couple hundred miles of high speed rail that are sitting there.
I mean, the audit.
What do you do?
Yeah, but
I don't know.
It ought to be legally actionable how bad it's been. It really ought to be.
I think both sides agree.
Yeah,
on that. All right, we didn't get this yesterday. There's a robot that went nuts in West Hollywood, and a guy with cerebral palsy couldn't get by him, and now he's raising a stink over the inability to get past this. And we've all seen him in West Hollywood. It's like a little R2-D2 that rolls around the street.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Dropping food off.
Yeah.
And I walked by one. It's a kind of a cool thing.
Yeah, I don't mess with it. I just I always feel bad for it. I think it gets messed with a lot, so I don't like to mess with it.
I saw a guy push one over.
Yeah, exactly. People are such jerks.
He was on his wheels, with his big eyes, going to deliver a hamburger, and a guy pushed him over.
Sweet little delivery machine. Right. Gosh.
Yeah, and now he's on his side. He can't get back up again.
A SpongeBob-looking guy. Yeah.
Right. What a story this is. As you said, the video has gone viral with tens of millions of views on social media, and now the man at the center of the storm tells me he's getting all kinds of feedback from people accusing him of staging the whole scene as some kind of money grab, to those who strongly support him, saying they too are concerned about rogue robot. Son of a... Oh my God. You might call it sidewalk rage captured on camera. A man in a mobility scooter tries to pass one of those food delivery robots, but the supposedly mindless machine will not allow such a takeover, slowing down, swerving, brake checking, and slamming to a halt. Damn it!
Guy couldn't get by the robot.
This isn't supposed to happen, is it? One would expect these automated meals on wheels to be harmless, convenient, and would you believe many people actually consider them cute?
Yeah, they are pretty cool.
Yes, this recently happened in Hollywood, and we believe all involved survived.
Oh, the robot ran into a guy.
Honestly, I just thought, okay, is this how the Terminator movie started?
Mark Cheney is talking about machines taking over the world. The West Hollywood-based therapist has cerebral palsy, a neurological disorder which affects balance, coordination, and movement. He uses crutches or the scooter to get around.
And he couldn't get by this robot.
Before I started filming that, I was further down the street, and it had been acting erratically anyway and almost hit me. So I stopped, let it get ahead of me, and decided to start recording because...
Crazy day in West Hollywood.
Wow.
All right, Mark, you have the very popular podcast.
Yeah, it's not as popular as yours, but we're still out there. The Mark Thompson Show. We're on YouTube live every day from 11 to 1 here on the West Coast.
Oh, good.
And we're on iHeartRadio also there after. It's an audio podcast and also on Apple Podcasts and all that stuff. Tim, I love how well your show is doing.
Thank you, man.
I love being a small part of it on Tuesdays, and I always thank you for
Buddy, I love you coming by. I wish you can come by more than just once a week.
Thank you, pal.
It's called The Mark Thompson Show.
It is indeed. Okay. Thank you. We're on YouTube. Subscribe. It's free.
On YouTube for free.
Oh, yes.
Wow.
Yes, that's right.
More reason to get over there. All right. Mo Kelly's whole crew next.
I love Mo
right
Kelly.
Here on KFI AM 640. Conway Show on demand on the iHeartRadio app. Now, you can always hear us live on KFI AM 640, 4 to 7 p.m. Monday through Friday, and anytime on demand on the iHeartRadio app.